Hey you guys, it's Moonlander, and this is my list of top 10 sci-fi horror movies. But before we get started on this list, I went out of my way to exclude certain movies that are like in every top 5 sci-fi horror list. So I didn't include The Fly, The Reanimator, Alien, The Thing, and yeah, those were the 4 that are like always near the top. And I wanted to make a list of movies that were favorites of mine. I just didn't want to make a list like every other list, you know. At number 10, I have Phantoms. And movie is based on Dean Koontz book.
Christ, what the hell?
What is it?
It's an entertaining story, and it has Rose McGowan and Ben Affleck in it. And probably the best part of this movie is Liv Schreiber playing a deputy. And, every sci-fi horror needs a weirdo in it, and this guy's the weirdo.
Oh, you got some guns. Ladies, you wouldn't shoot an unarmed man, would you?
Okay, and then at number 9, I have Pandorum. And this movie stars Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster, and it also has Norman Reedus in it, but very, very briefly. And this movie is about Ben Foster and Dennis Quaid wake up from hypersleep on a giant like spaceship that's heading to a Earth-like planet.
Where's the rest of the crew?
I don't really know, sir.
And it's really entertaining, and the creatures they have to deal with on the ship they're freaky. They are really fast moving and just nasty all around.
The truth.
Okay, and then at number 8 I have Species. Starring Natasha Henstridge, Michael Madsen, and Ben Kingsley. And I watched this movie just last night before making this list, and it was better than I remembered it. It's a really fun movie. There's lots of humor in this.
I think someone's at the door.
Don't go. Please. I want a baby.
What?
It also has Forrest Whitaker, and he's just a complete weirdo in this movie, so there's the weirdo for this sci-fi horror. There's even a scene where they trick him into drinking Long Island iced teas, and I mean, it's just odd. It's pretty funny. The creature was designed by H.R. Geiger, which I didn't know that, and that was pretty cool, and it is neat. There's like stuff that comes out of her nipples and stuff. It's gross, but okay. And at number 7, I have John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. Now, a lot of people don't like this movie. They think it stinks, but I've always enjoyed it, and I remember seeing it in the theater, and I've always been a fan of it. I mean, I know it's kind of cheesy, but it's just fun to watch, and I like the story as well.
What the hell is going on out there? Whatever used to live here, we woke it up. It takes us. I'm talking about a kind of possession.
So if you haven't seen it, it's just about an ancient evil on Mars that's uncovered from like a archaeology dig, and it basically possesses any of the humans it comes across. And it makes them mutilate themselves and basically be like, savages. So this movie has Ice Cube, Natasha Henstridge, Jason Statham, Pam Grier. It has quite a few people in it, and It's just an entertaining, like, kind of action slash sci-fi horror movie.
Come on. Time to stay alive.
Okay, and at number 6, I have The Signal. And this is a movie about a mysterious signal that comes through television and anything electronic and basically turns people into killers.
You think this party is a bad idea? I just don't think we can have people over right now.
Now, this movie is a really fun watch. It's done really well and it's pretty brutal. I really enjoyed this one. I wanted to include it on top 10 sci-fi horrors.
I'm talking to my wife. Do you mind? That's not your wife. That's my wife.
What did you just say?
What did you just say? You do not look at her. You do not speak to her. I am speaking to you!
Okay, and then at number 5, I have From Beyond. This is a Stuart Gordon movie, the director of The Reanimator. And this is another movie that's just a really fun sci-fi horror.
Dr. Edward Pretorius is about to embark on such a journey.
It's out of control. You've got to turn it off!
Something's coming.
What the hell is that?
I'm going to kiss you.
It's got lots of laughs, and it's gross. And this movie even has Ken Foree from the original Dawn of the Dead, and he's really good in this movie. He's like one of the best parts. Okay, and at number 4, I have Cube. I remember the first time seeing this movie, I thought it was completely amazing. It just blew my mind. And I remember thinking, like, they could have, like, just filmed this movie in one room and just changed the lighting.
A cube. 26 rooms high. 26 rooms across.
17,000.
It's really entertaining. I would say it's not as fun to watch, a second time, but it still holds a fond place in my heart because I'll never forget seeing this movie for the first time. It was amazing. So at number 3, I have Maximum Overdrive. Now, this movie was totally done by Stephen King. It even says he directed it, and he has a cameo in it.
Honey, come on over here, sugar buns. This machine just called me an asshole.
This is an amazing movie. It's definitely a classic, and it stars Emilio Estevez, and I'm a big fan of his, and this movie's a reason why. Now, this movie, I remember one of the first times watching it was like on TBS when they had Monster Vision hosted by Joe Bob Briggs. And I remember him saying this movie originally received an NC-17 rating because when the steamroller ran over a kid, they had a shot of the head squishing with the brains and blood shooting out. So they removed that. But I mean, I don't know if there's versions where it's available, but it's an awesome movie. Okay, and at number 2, I put Prometheus by Ridley Scott. And this is a newer movie, and I guess debatably a alien movie. But anyway, they said it wasn't, but now the sequel's like Alien Covenant, so I don't really know what exactly they were meant by doing all that. But this is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I remember seeing it, and it just blew my mind. I love this movie so much, I took my mom to see it. Okay, and at number 1, I have Event Horizon. To me, this is arguably the best sci-fi horror ever. It's a movie I wish they would remake just so I could see it again. You know, I don't know if there'll ever be a movie again like this. It was absolutely terrifying. And I mean, it's just one of the best horror movies I think ever, and it's sci-fi.
This is incredible. It's the Event Horizon. She's come back.
So yeah, I have this at number 1. I would put it up against with Alien or The Thing. I know it's not as... I doubt that most people would see it that way, but me personally, it definitely is arguably number 1 of all time.
But it didn't come back alone.
Captain Miller! I've got some problems here!
This ship has been beyond the boundaries of our universe. Who knows where it's been and what it's brought back with it.
This movie, the computer animated graphics in it are a bit dated now, but it's still a really enjoyable experience to watch. And if you haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a while, you should watch it. It's amazing. All the characters are really good. Sam Neill is just awesome in this movie. And I mean, I really like Lawrence Fishburne in this movie as well. Okay, you guys, that's my top 10 list of sci-fi horror. Thanks for watching, and comment with your thoughts below.